Hi. So I'm gonna introduce our project 4, the part 2. Um, Actually, we use the generate TCP this uh, interface to build the TCP or IP sockets, which is aimed as for Erlang language, and we use the web. We do not use the web shopper. I think it's for the F sharp. Yeah, and so that's why we use the generated TCP. I think. Yeah, and so I want to show our code firstly. The Twitter engine. We use the here the upright hello and the table client socket, the mapping of the clients and the table, the map table. And also we set up the listen socket to generate the TCP of uh, the local host. And we also use await connections to listen table and uh, also map the client socket, which is the uh, which is basically the we learn from the the Gen TCP model. Uh, it says client with local host, and we also create our server the with the do receive like this one. Mm, so firstly, we will compile our uh, Twitter engine file, which is our uh, the TCP socket file. Yeah. So go to Erlang and we compile the Twitter engine file. Yeah. Wait, and then yeah, yeah. This so we run the Twitter engine, and so that basically just build the socket like for the Twitter engine, and we also set up different case of register, um, and tweet and retweet and subscribe. So we have the now when we do receive the socket into the map table, for the mapping, we have different case register set as a PID and register the account. And also we have the type of the tweet, and we send the tweet to the mm, to the map table. And also we have the retweet to user to retweet uh, from the account, like from the username and by username. Then we also have the subscribe, like some user subscribe another user, and if then yeah, we also have the query to check if the current username it is by his if it's mentioned, if it's the by hashtag search or if it's subscribed by user, and basically that's just all that's just the socket like the web socket we implement. Yeah. And then so next we want to talk about the Twitter uh file like, to generate the server, build up the server. We are using the generated server to spawn the process, and with different process, it just updates the username to uh, the server ID. And also update the nation mapping to the server ID, uh, and also the tweet. Also update the hash map hashtag to the map table, and also add the username, the subscribe username, and the search the hashtag and search by information to tweet um, to our server and the map table. Also will include retweet. Uh, so let's compile our Twitter. Yeah. So we run it successfully. And next we want to talk about our simulator, which is to to generate the different usernames by the uh, by the uh, by the server to server ID, and and we also have this simulator to simulate to subscriptions, and also simulate the hashtag from tweets. And we also have the simulated information from tweets like this, and also we have the get timestamp to calculate the running time uh, of our different process. Yeah, and so let's compile our simulator file. Yeah. Oh. And we also have our client file, which is to actually the real implementation of the different function that case with tweet, retweet, register, subscribe, search by hashtag, search information, and also we have the message handler. And so let's compile our client file. Yes, okay. So now let's implement those. Let's try test to uh, those functionalities. With the first, I want to generate the server. So it's like this. First, I want to yeah. So now we have a server ID of the 0.107.0. Yeah. And we would we would get usernames to generate the random usernames into that server ID, which is the simulator, this step. So we're gonna simulator username, usernames with the number, how about 100, and the list, and which here is the zero ID. Yeah. So now we have the random generated uh, IDs, and now we can test the real to interpret these functions. Yeah, yeah. So first we want to test the client, the register, regular function with, for example, this test ID. So with its password and the email address and the server ID. Now we just add this ID with created the user information, generated the registered the code uh, to the to the server ID, and this is the map the map data structure we used. And next we want to test our tweet, which is a client tweet function, which is a tweet username. For example, still want to use this username, and for example, a tweet. I love World Cup. Yeah, for example, this one. And also the server, like put into the server ID map. It's also 0.707. So, oh, actually, this has the some active value of that base. So here, it just tweeted successfully. And next, I will test the retweet function. It's read here the client retweet still the same here. Just change with another. We put here any Wi-Fi YRWC MTWCLY. Yeah, bring up this one or retweet. No, because it's not a retweet yet. So for this one, we use FB, FY, yeah. Yeah, it's just retweet successfully. And also we want to test it subscribe. There's another ID of this one ID. Yeah, it's subscribed successfully. And also Wait, this is not defined, but it's fine. Yeah. Next time I miss one R and I just search successfully. If I search by mission, another hashtag, also successfully. So and now after I tested all, uh, I keep running these commands and I keep these functions, and I get the output of some test, and that's it. That's our project and running results.